Here are the 5 must-have things in order for you to start and scale your marketing agency. What's up everybody, my name is Jordan and it's been a while since I've been posting videos, and it's because I've been on vacation. My camera got messed up, so I had to buy a new one, but your boy is back at it. And for those of you that don't know, I've made a little bit of a change to my agency. We are currently in a transitioning phase, and I wanted to create a series of videos to share with you exactly how I'm building up pretty much if I was to start my agency from scratch. So if you are someone who is looking to, whether you are a new agency owner looking to start one up, or maybe you already have a couple clients and you're looking for other new perspectives on how to grow it even more, then this video is perfect for you. And this is kind of like a part 1 series to a whole more in-depth videos on exactly how I'm building, each step to grow my agency. And before I jump into the 5 must-have things, you can just take a quick second to drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're looking to grow your agency, this is the place to learn about it. All right, so number 1 on the must-have things on your list. Now, when I first started my agency, I was like, who am I targeting, right? They all say the riches are in the niches, okay? So the first thing that you need to figure out is, who are you going after? Who is your ideal client? You need to select a niche. And I understand that if you are a new agency owner, you might not know what your ideal niche is. You might not know who to go after. And I think I get this question all the time. Jordan, what type of niche should I go after? What is a good niche to go after, right? And to be honest with you guys, it doesn't matter what niche you go, okay? At the end of the day, it's what you get the best results for. And so in the beginning, it doesn't matter as much if you don't know, is because you're still in that experimenting phase, okay? So I want you to ask yourself some questions to help you get started, okay? So number 1, the first question you should ask yourself to figure out what niche it is that you should go after is, what do I have the most experience in? What do I have the most knowledge in? Okay, so maybe I've had students where they've owned like a previous landscaping company or some type of their own e-com business, okay? And you should start with something that you are familiar with, okay? Why? It's because you're gonna be able to relate to that business owner. You're gonna be able to relate, you'll be able to connect, you're gonna know how to speak their language, and you're gonna know exactly what their biggest issues, the desires and pain points are. And when you can connect with these business owners, then you are more likely to succeed and land them as new clients. Now, let's just say you just don't know, you don't really have a lot of experience with any type of industries, you didn't have a previous company, you're fresh, you're new. Like myself, when I first started, I was gonna be a doctor. So coming into this, I had like no background, no idea on what niche to go after, right? So the second question I would ask myself is, do I have any friends or family that is connected to a business? Okay, so maybe your friends and family might have a business, or maybe they might know someone that has a business that may need some marketing help, okay? So in this case, even though you might not have all the knowledge about that specific niche or industry, you can still do a little bit of research, okay? So this is gonna take a little bit more time, obviously. You have to do a little bit of niche research to figure out what it is their pain points, what it is that they want, how they speak, what's their lingo, right? What's the right terminology, okay? Because you don't wanna go and speak to a business owner and not be able to talk on the same level as them. They're just gonna know that you're not qualified, you don't know what you're talking about, and at the end of the day, they're not gonna give you a shot. Now, the second thing that you must have in order for your agency to work is having an irresistible offer, okay? So after you figure out who your ideal client is, now you need to figure out what it is that exactly what they want, okay? And you don't want to come off as every single other marketing company that's offering the same thing. You need to add a little twist to it. You need to make it your own, whether it's your own, proprietary system or whatever the case it is, okay? But you need to come up with something that doesn't have to be completely brand new. It just needs to be worded a little differently from how everybody is wording it, okay? So, at the end of the day, in marketing, especially when it comes to digital marketing, you have, the same things that you can offer, right? SEO, Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads now, Snapchat and all these other platforms that you can run ads on. Every marketing company uses these same platforms to run ads, okay? Now, how you word it how you systemize things, what maybe some new features that someone else doesn't really do. You should need to make it your own, okay? You don't want to sound like every other marketing company just saying, hey, we run Facebook ads. Well, there are thousands of other marketing companies that offer Facebook ads, okay? So you want to be someone that sounds just slightly different. It doesn't have to be completely brand new game changer, even though that would be ideal. Just having that little tweak in your message is going to make you stand out from the crowd. And like I said, I'm going to make more series videos on, breaking down all these exact steps. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about all these steps I'm going to be sharing with you. Now, the third thing that you must have in your agency is a prospecting method or system, okay? So now that you have a niche, you know who to go after, you have an irresistible offer to, your market research, and you know exactly what they want. You just need to get that message to them, okay? So how are you doing your outreach? Okay, so you need to have multiple channels. You can always start with one, make sure that goes well, and then add on more channels as needed. But really, there's no best outreach method, okay? I always get questions, hey Jordan, what is the best outreach method? And the answer to that is you need to ask yourself, where are your ideal clients hanging out? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they in what Facebook groups are they in? Are they in Reddit group? Along with that, there's you can always cold email them, you can cold call them, you can show up to their doorstep, you can go door knocking if that's something you want to do, right? So whatever it is, you just need to get your message in front of your prospect's eyes, okay? And just start with one channel, see how it goes, tweak it, refine it, and then when that works or doesn't work, that's when you move to the next channel, right? And so you can experiment with different outreach methods and figure out what works best for you. Now, these are organic outreaches. Like for myself, for example, like I get a lot of my clients through referrals now, a lot through organic methods. So they'll find me through Facebook, through YouTube, and that's kind of a part of building a personal brand as well. But I'm sure if you are someone new, you don't have a personal brand, then you have to do a little bit more cold outreach, right? Reaching out to people. So you could reach out via Facebook, adding them as a friend, and then sending them a message that way. DMing, I did a whole video about how to do Instagram DM prospecting on my channel, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. It's probably one of my most popular videos on outreach methods, so definitely check that out. If they're on LinkedIn, send them a friend request, connect with them, and send a message as well. Cold calling, all of that stuff. If you're confident and comfortable with doing that, that is also another method you can have. So there's nothing really brand new, guys. I mean, everyone does the same thing. It's just your message, right? How you, your angle, your message, your offer. If everything aligns and it is something that your prospect is looking for, then you can land yourself a new client. All right, the fourth must-have is, now that you have the first three things here, now you need a sales team, okay? So you're doing your prospecting, people are now interested, okay? They want to hear what you have to say and how you're going to be able to help them grow their business. All right, so if you plan on doing sales call yourself, which is perfectly fine, if you have some type of sales background, you're already a step ahead of most agency owners, because when I first started, I definitely did not have any sales background or experience, which is why I created the VCL system, and that helped me able to close deals without having to say anything. Before I even hopped on a call, the client was already closed, okay? So if you want to know more about the system, I made a whole free masterclass about it. The link is in the description. It's absolutely free. You just need to enter your name, email, I'll send you over the free masterclass, and you'll have the systems to learn exactly how I built my agency along with the VCL system to help you close more clients, okay? But if you have a sales background, you're already ahead of most agency owners, okay? If you're comfortable hopping on calls and explaining what it is that you do, how you can help them, and bridging the gap and showing them exactly how they're gonna get from point A to point B, then you can do that. Now, if you don't have sales background, you can always outsource, okay? The cool thing about being an agency owner is that you can outsource everything, okay? Everything and anything that you don't want to do, okay? So in my case, I wasn't good at sales in the beginning. I had to outsource that. I hired somebody off of commission, and I paid that person to take my sales calls, and from there I landed my first few clients. As I got more confident and more comfortable within my agency, because I was getting them results, I knew how everything worked, that's when I felt more comfortable hopping on sales call, and that's why now I drop live sales calls on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see me close live deals, ranging from $1,500 to, I think I closed a $6,000 a month deal with clients feel free to check out my videos. I have a ton of live sales call videos on my channel for you to check out. And lastly, the fifth must-have thing is a fulfillment team, right? And again, you are an agency owner. You might not have all the skills to run your exact business, and it's perfectly fine, right? I'm sure the owner of McDonald's didn't do the cashier, didn't make the french fries, the burgers, the counting, and taking orders and all that stuff, okay? Which is perfectly fine. If you're an agency owner and let's say you're not good at fulfillment, you don't know what you're doing, you can always hire a fulfillment team to take care of that for you. And in the agency world, it's called white labeling, okay? So it's basically drop servicing. It's really the same thing. And essentially what you're doing is that you're hiring a white labeling company who has experience with getting your niche results, and you're really just the middleman, right? You're connecting the two people, so white labeling company and the client. The white labeling company is going to fulfill the results on your behalf, so they are going to be under your brand name. Everything is branded under your name, which is really cool. So they're pretty much like an extension of your team, right? And this is really awesome because this allows you to skip a lot of the learning curve, right? If you are a new agency owner, or maybe you're just not good at fulfillment, or maybe you just don't really care to learn about the fulfillment part, it's not really interested to you, you can go ahead and outsource that, right? For myself, I wasn't good at sales, so I outsourced that part, but I felt like I was good enough to do the fulfillment. It's something that I was more interested in, and that is why I actually handled the fulfillment myself when I first started my agency. Until I was about 10 clients deep, that's when I started to outsource a little bit more, and not so to load it off, but more so because I needed help, right? I needed help to keep up with the demand, right? And so that's really cool. Once you can always start off with, in the beginning, do a little bit yourself to keep more of the profit, or you can just outsource as much as you can. Obviously you're gonna make less profit, but you get to skip that learning curve a little bit more. You can use other people's case studies, and that's the other cool thing about outsourcing is that, let's say you hire a white labeling company, or let's say that you don't have case studies, you don't have results for said niche industry. If you hire a white labeling company, you can ask them for their case studies, ask them for their testimonials, ask them for the results, and use that to share with the client and say, hey, this is what we've done. And that is totally ethical, because the white labeling company, you're not lying about anything. They are a part of your team. They're an extension of your team. And essentially that is the same exact team that's going to be getting your clients results. So it's perfectly ethical, and that is something you can definitely do. All right, guys, so that is the 5 must-have things in order to start and grow your agency. Now, this is a part 1 series. I'm going to make each video just diving in deeper to the 5 steps. So if you want to know more about that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop a thumbs up if you thought this video was helpful whatsoever. And all the resources are going to be in the description. So my free masterclass, you want to connect with myself and other agency owners. There's a whole community that I put together. There's a free Facebook group for you to join. Everything's in the link in the description. I'll see you guys later. Peace.